As always, this is a 100% cotton t-shirt that's been soaked in soda ash for at least 20 minutes and then spun out in the washing machine. This has already been flipped inside out, and I've marked the center line. Now, this is something I fiddled with when I was trying to do something else, another one of those odd experiment things or tests that I tend to do. And I came up with this, and I don't think I've done this before. I'm really curious what's going to happen, so let's see how this comes out. Alright, now that that's done, go ahead and do that. Alright, it doesn't want to do it voluntarily, so. There we go. Alright, I'm just going to, well, let's touch this up a little. I'm going to roll this up. My concern is all these little crinkles that are being inserted into it, but if I try to reduce those, then that side's going to be offset too far, so I think I'm just going to leave them in and see how it goes. I'm just going to continue following that line. It's a little low, so I'll pull this up a little. Alright, we're at rubber band. These little ones might work. Alright, so that's what I end up with. I'm thinking dyeing through that would be the best idea, because doing it any other way isn't going to be very consistent. Obviously there's an issue here with all of this, especially since that's open quite a bit. So I think I'm going to have to, I don't know, support that somehow when I'm doing the dye. Put more of these on. I'm spacing these pretty close together. They're not really tight enough to affect the dye itself. Shouldn't. But it should hold everything together really well. Now, much beyond that distance, it feels like it would start collapsing in because of that. So, I don't know. almost feel like doing 2 shirts at once or something. Opposite and stick it inside or something. Let's see. I want something that's more loose, just to hold this together without crushing it in too much. That looks like that might work. And now I don't know why I'm still going from that side when this side's easier. But like that. It's crushed in a little. I think if I can support it on a rod or something that holds it up like that. Alright, so there we go. Where is it? There. That's what I'm going with. I know this is an out there thing. I don't think I've done this before, ever. But we'll see what happens. Alright, off today. Alright, so I have it in an aluminum boat and being held up with hemostats. I think I'm going with Burgundy from Dharma and where is it? Bright Azure from Grateful Dice. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, we'll let that sit and melt through, and I'm thinking this is going to take 3 or 4 ice cycles, but it should hold everything in, so it should be like a muck dye as far as the bottom up. We'll see what happens. Alright, it's mostly melted through. Add some soda ash. And then we'll go ahead and ice it again. And I'll let it sit until it melts through, and then we'll decide where to go. Alright, it's been about 8 hours since the last time I did this, because I wanted sleep. So I'm going to do one more cycle of soda ash and ice. I have no idea how far down this is, because if I open up the aluminum foil any, it'll all spill out. So let's do this one more time. Alright, let that melt through. See how it goes. Alright, it's been about 36 hours. Let's go ahead and wash this one out. There's a small amount of dye left at the bottom. It's really watery though. Alright, let's take a quick look. I'll throw this in the washing machine, and then we'll have a final look. Alright, here's the results. It's a little faded up here. That would have been where it was more water. But overall, I think the results for this are pretty good. It's generally what I thought was going to happen. There's more white than I thought, but it works. So I'm happy with it. I think I'll be using this some more, maybe doing some different things with it. See what else I can do with this. So what are your thoughts on this? Any suggestions or ideas on where I could go from here? What you'd like to see? Let me know down below. And until next time, thanks for watching.